It's from bowling to sack racing, and at first we started off with the kickball. And my babies, they really enjoy playing kickball.
I'm having some good fun. I'm roughing kickball, and I've been racing with my friends.
We absolutely love it. We love our partnership with Jackson Public Schools. It's going to be a great day of inclusion with the middle and high school, and just seeing the smiles on their faces as the kids in exceptional ed and regular ed partner up for a great time today.
Be part of a powerful community-wide initiative. Stuff the
Today we are here celebrating our JPS Summer Reading Kickoff once again. It is a time where we bring all of the Jackson community together to celebrate reading. We encourage all of our scholars, parents, teachers, and community members to read. Of course, we know that all of our scholars have to read at least 3 books to be a required reader. Those 3 books must include the required title for that grade level.
They sent home a reading summer log for the children to read throughout the summer. Be invited to the event to come in and see what they have to offer, for her to be able to have those resources, have access to the books, and also get her started for the summer to be ready for the fall.
These books are chapter books, parts. These are different parts of them. I don't have all of them, but I'm just interested in to see what it's about.
We are living in a digital age, and so now we have more kids with devices and less students with books in their hands. And so this event actually allows us to ensure that each child has at least 1 book and that they are receiving the necessary information, as well as their parents, on the benefits of reading and what it can actually do for both.
We are celebrating boots on the ground. So of course, JPS had to put their own spin on it. So we are saying books on the ground, but books in your hand.
A proud tradition continued at Forest Hill High School as Jackson Public Schools hosted the 45th annual Salute to Scholars, an evening honoring the top 10 seniors from each JPS high school. The program began with a warm welcome.
I always look forward to this event. I always look forward to celebrating the outstanding achievements of all the scholars in JPS. So we're just here to celebrate and to lift you up.
Tonight, we celebrate our core value of excellence in action. We also acknowledge our new and returning inductees into our ACT 30 Plus Club, a group that grows each and every year. We're so proud of all of you and the hard work that you have demonstrated to arrive at this point. I'd like to acknowledge each of your parents and families who join us here to celebrate you tonight, and those who invested so much in you along the way. Let's give our parents and families a big round as well. Because you persevered, you have built a growth mindset, and you are rewarded with that knowledge that hard work leads to results.
There was inspirational music.
Wait on the Lord, be strong and of good courage. Wait on the Lord, I say on the Lord. Wait on the Lord, be strong and of good courage. Wait on the Lord, I say on the Lord. Hallelujah, hallelujah, I am on my way down for Jubilee. Oh, my brother, won't you come with me?
And heartfelt words from JPS leaders.
Tonight we shine the spotlight on some of the brightest stars in Jackson Public Schools. Our scholars who have earned a 30 or above on the ACT, placing them in the top echelon of students nationwide. We proudly induct 13 new members, joining a total of 20 high-achieving scholars in the 2024-2025 JPS ACT 30 Plus Club. Let's give that a round of applause.
Special awards were presented.
We now turn our attention to our JPS 2024-2025 STAR students. To qualify, a senior must score at least 25 on the ACT and maintain a 93 GPA across core academic subjects throughout high school. Each STAR student also selects a STAR teacher, the teacher who made the most significant impact on their academic journey. We also honor a special group of seniors who have demonstrated proficiency in English and at least one world language, earning the Mississippi Seal of Biliteracy. This award not only signifies college and career readiness, but also recognizes our students' ability to engage in a global society. This year, 8 scholars have earned this distinction. Congratulations on your academic versatility and commitment to cultural fluency. We close our special awards with an extraordinary honor. Please join me in celebrating our 2025 National Merit Scholar.
From Callaway to Jim Hill, Lanier to Murrah, and Forest Hill to Provine, plus Jackson Middle College and Tougaloo Early College. The spotlight shined on scholars from every corner of the district. Each student's story is a testament to what's possible with hard work, support, and vision.
So my challenge to you is that each and every day you remind yourself that you're made from great stuff. You remind yourselves of the families and villages, the communities that surround you and are lifting you up sometimes from miles away. So if you carry nothing else with you, remember that each and every day you have an opportunity to say again how great you'll be and to define your greatness and to live into it with reckless abound.
Congratulations to the class of 2025 Top 10 Scholars.
Hello, my name is Summer Horton. I'm a 4th grader at Casey Elementary. Today I'll be reading Little Season's Spring Seeds. You can plant many kinds of seeds in a garden. Some are so tiny you could easily lose them, and some are as big as your fist. When you plant seeds in your garden and give them water, they start to grow roots. Roots are like straws that seeds use to take in food and water. I think young readers would find this book interesting because Little Season's Spring Seeds teaches them about nature and how plants grow. It uses colorful pictures and a simple story to explain change in the seasons. Kids can also learn how small seeds can grow to something beautiful, just like you.
Hello, my name is Maybelle McGuffey. I'm a 7th grader at Bailey APAC Middle School, and I would like to present to you the book The Science of Breakable Things by Tay Keller. Mr. Neely just wrote our first lab book assignment on the board in his scrunched up, scratchy handwriting, and he's getting all excited about this scientific process stuff. I'm not sure why he feels the need to use hashtags and spell perfectly innocent words with a Z, but he's one of those teachers you don't bother questioning. He has big plans for this lab notebook. Apparently, he thinks it's important to teach students dedication to long-term projects, and this assignment is his grand solution. As soon as we sat down, he passed out these dorky old composition notebooks and said, "This will be your Wonderings journal. You will record lab notes and assignments and document the greatest scientific journey of all time, your scientific journey." We all stared, trying to figure out if he was for real or not. He was. This was another fantastic book by Newbery Award-winning author Tay Keller. It mixed science with a story as it details Natalie's life through 5 months. Eventually, Natalie decides to participate in a local egg drop. to discover why things are breakable and how to fix breakable things. Natalie teams up with her best friend Twig and the new kid Dari to discover how to protect their egg. But along the way, Natalie discovers ties to her real life in the egg drop, particularly her mom and her mom's ongoing depression. I really enjoyed being able to visualize the designs and the way Natalie comprehended the scientific process. I would highly recommend this book, and I think it has some very valuable lessons that can be taught to children my age.
Hello, I am Brogan Edwards. I am in 2nd grade at Obama Magnet, and I will be introducing The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. Like always, it came. First a breeze, then a gusting gale. The tower swayed and the blades spun round. Imagine being a young boy in a village where drought and poverty threatens your family's survival. Now imagine with your own curiosity and determination to change everything. The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind is a true story about courage and hope. Don't miss the chance to be inspired by this true story.
Hi, I'm Paula Harper. I read The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. The caterpillar woke up hungry. He ate through 1 apple, but he was still hungry. He ate through 2 pears, still hungry. He ate through 3 plums. He ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. 5 oranges, till he got a tummy ache. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Hello, my name is Sydney Horton, and I'm a senior at Murrah High School. I would like to read this book to inspire all 3rd grade scholars. The book is There Was a Black Hole That Swallowed the Universe. There was a black hole that swallowed a cell. It might get unwell after swallowing a cell. It swallowed the cells that gave life to the planet. It swallowed the planets that orbited the stars. It swallowed the stars that lit up the galaxies. It swallowed the galaxies that filled the universe. I don't know why it swallowed the universe. Oh well, it couldn't get worse. I think young readers will find this book interesting because it is a super fun book for kids who love adventures. With silly stories and bright, colorful pictures, it helps explain cool space stuff like black holes, stars, and galaxies in a way that's easy to understand. Kids will giggle and learn all about the universe in this exciting and funny book. If I like this book, I know you 3rd grade scholars would love to read this book.
Honoring sharp minds in mathematics, Callaway High School proudly hosted its Mu Alpha Theta induction ceremony, a celebration of logic, leadership, and academic excellence. The prestigious Honor Society recognizes scholars who go above and beyond in mathematics, and this year's inductees proved they're ready to lead, solve, and inspire. From 10th graders to graduating seniors, each class was proudly introduced, stepping forward as the next generation of thinkers and trailblazers. Guest speakers offered words of encouragement to inductees that talent isn't just about equations, it's about logic, perseverance, and making an impact.
Your journey with Mu Alpha Theta isn't just about academics. It's about unlocking the possibilities. We have future coders in this room. I see future coders, I see future engineers, I see future doctors, I see future architects. I see all of you in this room, and I know that you can do whatever you put your hearts to. So today, let's make a commitment together that keep pushing forward, keep asking questions, and keep using math as your tool to success.
So to each of you, this honor is not just about solving equations or mastering theorems. It is about your commitment to logic, precision, perseverance, and the pursuit of knowledge. Mathematics is a language that helps us make sense of the real world, and your fluency in the language speaks volumes. You've demonstrated discipline, curiosity, and a willingness to challenge yourselves. These are the very qualities that not only define great mathematicians, but great thinkers and leaders.
Callaway has the largest and most active Mu Alpha Theta chapter in our school district. So let's give Mr. Haynes and his students a round of applause for that. At this point, it is my pleasure to welcome you into the Mu Alpha Theta Math National Honor Society. I now declare all of you to be members of Mu Alpha Theta, and congratulations.
The ceremony closed with a soulful performance by the Callaway Chorale Choir, marking the moment with harmony and pride. From equations to excellence, these scholars have shown what's possible with hard work, high standards, and a passion for problem solving. Congratulations to the newest members of Mu Alpha Theta. Your journey is just beginning. A gymnasium full of JPS's youngest scholars gathered to celebrate the magic of books and the joy of reading.
We're excited to welcome our pre-kindergarten scholars from throughout the district here at Tougaloo College. We're really grateful for Tougaloo playing host for our Read Across Jackson Day and celebrating the joy of reading with our pre-kindergarten scholars. So it's a room full of 4-year-olds where we're trying to imbue the joys and love of reading.
Kicking off a celebration of reading with rhythm and spirit, the Callaway High School Chargers Cheer and Squad Band gave these young scholars an earful.
We are so excited to participate in Read Across Jackson Day. I will be serving as one of the guest readers and sharing the book, Spanish is My Superpower. It's about a little girl, and she's afraid at first to share her home language when she's at school until she has an interesting situation where she's the only one out of all of her students, the teachers, the principals who can help a new student become acclimated. And so she realizes that, hey, that's pretty cool. I'm pumped and ready to go. The music is live, the vibe is exciting in there, and the students are really just sharing their energy. It's contagious.
Bringing stories to life, a graceful ballet performance transforms words into movement, proving that storytelling is more than just words on a page.
It does our heart really proud to see our 4-year-old scholars celebrating the joy and love of reading. We have our team, our very dedicated Office of Teaching and Learning, as well as our pre-kindergarten teachers from around the district, celebrating and reading with our scholars, dressing up in costumes, getting them excited about dinosaurs and so many incredible stories. And it just really sends a message that reading can take you anywhere, here in Jackson and outside to other places in the world to learn and to discover things that you're curious about.
Capturing imaginations, presenters shared vibrant stories, sparking curiosity and a passion for reading.
I think it's really important to celebrate Read Across Jackson because it encourages students about the power of reading, not just as a preschooler, but for a lifetime. So it's really important for them to see those who serve them in the capacities of their teachers and support staff who are encouraging and loving reading.
Empowering young minds, JPS is shaping confident readers ready to take on the world one page at a time. Turning pages and turning futures, JPS is committed to building strong readers who will become strong leaders. Creativity on display at Casey Elementary School.
Tonight is our Arts After Dark event. This is our opportunity to share with the community and our families what we're doing here at Casey Elementary.
With musical performances, dancing, crafts, and more.
We teach through arts integration, and so this is a celebration, a showcase of all that we do. We have a community mural going on. We have performances going on, dance performances. And so what it's basically given our community, our family and our community an opportunity to see is how children are immersed in learning at Casey Elementary.
Hi guys, Wave Shaker Shaker. We're having arts in the park, having a great time. We love this school. There's no other place we'd rather be.
Creating and face painting, all of that is just the best part about being here.
Arts After Dark showcased passion for music and arts, reminding us all why Casey Elementary is a shining star for creativity.
We always say Casey Elementary, where the arts make us smart, but we want to allow families an opportunity to see what that actually means. So that's why we're here. This is an opportunity to connect with our community and share some JPS joy.
Two hops this time. Two hops this time. Right foot, 2 stops.
Back in December, we did a pop-up store marketplace event with the kids. They came up with their own products. It was a real-world simulation of business skills, and to simulate the roughly 40% that would go into overhead, taxes, whatsoever, we decided to donate 40% to charity and have the kids take home 60%. And today what we're doing is making our 40% donation to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
We did several weeks of entrepreneurship, teaching them how to run a business, come up with the idea, and do everything to get started. And then we use our marketplace to finalize it and let them see, what it is. The 40% that we give them to charity, we kind of told them that was the taxes. So they get the idea that, you're going to lose some of the money, but it's going to be taken up.
This helps a lot. We could not exist without all of our donors, and the schools are a huge part of our budget. We really count on them to help us so much. We love working with them because it's kids helping kids.
Welcome to our music performance program. Today we are going to hear and see some amazing music by our talented students. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're going to experience a vocal ensemble. We're going to experience a recorder ensemble. We're going to experience a percussion ensemble. We're going to experience a ukulele ensemble. We're trying to encourage the students through various musical processes, encourage them and get them to sign up for music. The American Music Foundation funded us with a variety of instruments, 30 ukuleles, 200 recorders, guitar, and a variety of instruments. Because music is math, music is social studies, music is science, music is history, music is physical education. So everything that they study is intermingled with music.
This is our annual STEAM Expo, and STEAM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Mathematics.
What you have here today are first place winners amongst all of our JPS schools, showcasing to the world their abilities, their academic performances, and also their interests in future careers.
I chose this project because I love mixing things, and also my project is about making a carbon dioxide to lift raisins. So my independent variable will be my raisins, and my dependent variable will be my vinegar and my baking soda, which makes a very great chemical reaction. And then I think this will really help scientists determine whether this is a great chemical reaction to experience.
So this is about testing the effects of body heat on enzyme reactions in the body. I chose this project because I always found enzymes interesting, but I didn't fully understand how they really work. Yeah, it's an illusion of infinite depth.
So what makes a great science fair project stand out is, one, we want to make sure that our students are actually doing their work, that they are actually independent thinkers. I think also having the research, and then of course just having photos and having hands-on models that really show that, hey, we did this project and now I can go ahead and tell the world all about my research and about my findings.
Basically what the project is seeing how long and far the track needs to be from the loop in order for it to actually run through the loop successfully.
I choose this project because when I grow up, I want to be an engineer.
Coming to the science fair is more than just a participation into a skill set. This is an opportunity to really just say, hey, you know what? I can do anything I put my mind to.
It's a free book giveaway. That's what the Reading Carousel is. And students are able to come in and grab one book only, take it with them, and have a wonderful, glorious time reading its contents. And the idea is if you can imagine it, it can become whatever you think.
So the STEAM Fair is a game changer for just our community and even our world. As we know, we are moving into a dimension where science, technology, engineering, arts, and math are pretty much just mainstreaming the world. We're having so much with AI technology, hands-on digital, and this event prepares our scholars to be future leaders and to be prepared for their careers and their upcoming journeys ahead. With this being a competition that represents our first place winners in JPS, this means that we are dealing with the cream of the crop. And of course, with that, we know that they are going to be very well prepared to go out into the world and be able to be knowledgeable of all the skill sets that the world is really requiring of them. And so this gives them an opportunity to just kind of take a moment to say, hey, I made it to the science fair. I was the first place winner. And they can keep that same momentum moving forward. They'll be winners for life.
I think every scholar should take on the challenge of participating in the science fair, because as they get into college, they will have to take a science one way or the other, if they like it or not, and at least participating in something like this will give them the experience that they need to be successful.
Exceptional Education Services Network is leading a tailored transition program for scholars with disabilities. This program provides the resources and guidance they need to navigate post-secondary education and launch meaningful careers.
My name is Hiskay Jones. I'm a Project Search intern work class.
A critical partner in this effort is Project Search, facilitated by the Mississippi Department of Rehabilitation Services. This partnership offers students with significant cognitive disabilities a clear pathway to transition into productive adult lives through real-life work experiences paired with employability and independent living skills training.
Applying for jobs, going on interviews, dressing for success, going over possible interview questions. Those are some of the things that we do in the career readiness class. We try to stress to them how important it is not only to prepare for jobs, but the things that they're going to need to know how to do to keep those jobs once they get them.
We treat them as one of our team members, and more importantly, we treat them as one of our family members. We lift them up, we train them, we support them, and we give them what they need each day to be successful here.
To participate, students must have completed K-12 education, show a strong desire to work, and demonstrate basic communication skills like listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Manage their self-care, maintain good attendance, and understand basic safety and follow directions.
Today, we're going to discuss facts and opinions.
Internships take place across various sites in Jackson, including St. Dominic's Hospital, Milwaukee Tools, and the Mississippi Division of Medicaid.
We come in 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, from 8 a.m. until 2:30 p.m.
The sense of independence and, of course, making money. They are really thrilled about that.
I get to learn new things and meet new people.
In this classroom, for an hour a day, the instructor and the job skill coach teach these wonderful interns everyday living skills, which includes budgeting, finance, coping with emotions, and skills to help them to communicate with other employees and their managers.
Second internship is supply chain. I help deliver supplies to the other departments.
We see them in the halls in our department. We bring them in and we let them practice CPR. We try to teach them some things, and their whole face just lights up.
They have been paired with our highly skilled staff and worked with them and helped integrate these students into our departments, such as environmental services, food and nutrition, supply chain are the three examples here at St. Dominic.
I can be a team player.
This 36-week program begins with a 3-week orientation where site instructors identify essential skills and customize adaptations to enhance interns' employability. After orientation, interns rotate through 3 10-week workstations to match their skills and interests.
They find out and we find out the possible jobs that they are interested in and what's going to be a better fit. We also let them complete transition assessments. They let us know whether or not if they want to further their education, whether it be in academic or vocational, as well as if they want to continue living at home or if they would like to live on their own.
At the work sites, interns begin each day with training sessions focused on employability and independent living skills. They are then supported by job coaches while gaining hands-on experience. The ultimate goal? To prepare interns for meaningful employment.
They are doing such a fantastic job.
It is an opportunity for your child to gain real-life experience in an environment where we're going to wrap our arms around your child and teach them how to work in EVS, how to work in food services or supply chain, or things that you and your child have not even thought about. And we want to surprise you with their growth, have them do things that not only did they not think they were capable of doing, but you probably did not think they were capable of doing.
Business leaders praise the interns' dedication and ability to take on essential roles, transforming high turnover positions into dependable contributions.
Anything that we can do to give them a sense of pride and to give them a sense of belonging in our community, because they deserve it.
Parents, initially uncertain about their children's futures, express gratitude for the program's comprehensive support in helping children achieve independence. Teachers and staff at Jackson Public Schools remain dedicated to ensuring every scholar finishes strong. By identifying and preparing eligible high school seniors, they connect students with Project Search and other transition services, helping them thrive in adulthood.
This is an amazing job.
Jackson Public Schools is committed to creating pathways for all individualized educational program students to succeed as productive members of society.
So come and join us at Project Search.
But congratulations, you are the Alice Clark Teacher of the Month.
Yay! Congratulations! I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. I want all y'all to go look who Alice Clark is. I want y'all to look up who Alice Clark is.
To see my name on it, and I'm emotional because I want to tell my mama. And my mom's not here, and I share everything with her, so I had my emotional moment with my mom real quick. She is my motivation. But my kids, I am these kids. These kids, I was once one of these kids. That's why I pour into them so well, so much. It may be a little unorthodox at times. It may be against the grain, but it's out of love for the kids.
Mr. Houston epitomizes a teacher. He's always ready and available. Not only is he concerned about the scholars in his class, he is ready to help whenever. You know how you want a person that's well-rounded? He checks on the student's social and emotional. He just makes sure he is not only worried about their education, but he's also making sure they are good, productive citizens.
He's preparing us for the real world, our college world. ACT, he helping us get our strategy down so we get scholarships and have a better future.
He just always give me motivation and advice just to keep going there, to keep strong, keep consistent, all that, and I appreciate it.
And I am so honored to be tagged as a recipient of that award. That's why it's so big to me. That's why I want my kids to know. Because when they see me, sometimes they see themselves. So when you step up out of it, you can do great things from here to there to everywhere. And I want them to be better than anything that I ever was.
A high school scholar's vision becomes reality as Jackson Public Schools hosted a first-of-its-kind mayoral forum. 11 candidates took the stage to answer direct questions from scholars.
This wasn't something that we had planned.
Anita, don't you see Dr. Harrison? Got us all. Okay, so no, everybody.
Okay, so we have 6. Okay. All right. Good afternoon. The Jackson Public School Board is now called to order. Let the record show we have 6 members present. Dr. Harrison is absent. We have Ms. Hilliard, Ms. Taylor, and Mr. Figures on the phone. Dr. Green is also on the phone as well and is joining us virtually. We've all had an opportunity to review the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as proposed?
So moved.
Second. Ms. Hood has moved. Mr. McGuffey has seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. I don't believe there's any public participation. As always, the board is very interested in public comment. If anyone would like to make a public comment at any of our future meetings, they should reach out to our board secretary, Ms. Rosalind Williams, at roswilliams@jackson.k12.ms.us. We'll now move into our information action items. We have 2 on today. The first is the request to approve the agreement between Parent Square, also known as Education Advance, and the Jackson Public School District. I believe Dr. Blackshear will present this information, our Director of Planning and Evaluation.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Board President Dr. Sivak, Board members, Superintendent Dr. Green. The Office of Data and Accountability and Public Engagement is excited to seek your approval for the implementation of Parent Square Education Advance. Parent Square is a mass communication platform designed to strengthen engagement between schools and families. Parent Square enables teachers, principals, and district leaders to communicate with parents and staff members via phone calls, text messages, emails, and newsletters, prompting consistent, clear updates on student progress as well as district initiatives. By adopting Parent Square, we're gaining several valuable features. Each staff member will be assigned a dedicated phone number with the school's area code. Stakeholders, including students, can engage with communications by liking and commenting on posts with interactions visible only to the recipient. Parent-teacher conferences scheduling is simplified. Automatic reminders are sent the day after signups are posted, and reminders are sent to the parents. And parents can electronically sign and submit permission slips through event posts, reducing that paper and administrative burden. And parents, most importantly that I like, can subscribe to their Parent Square calendar to view events across their student classes and activities that they're in, and any updates or cancellations are automatically reflected on their calendar so they can be synced. And then additionally, Jackson Public School, we are committed to fostering a culture of observation and feedback and capacity building. In partnership with Parent Square Education Advancement, the district will use a secure digital platform to conduct both formal and informal evaluations and provide timely and meaningful feedback to all stakeholders, all leaders in the districts. And so evaluations will be aligned to each job description, allowing for differentiated and relevant feedback for evaluations. At this time, I entertain any questions.
Thank you, Dr. Blackshear. Board members, any questions, comments?
Just a comment. I think that's an interesting program because, it allows for a lot of transparency, and I think that's what so many of people in the community are looking for.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Easy to use.
Yes, I just clarification questions mainly. Is this a separate app that people will download, use, all that sort of stuff, as opposed to, is it going to replace the prior system of communication, augment that? What are we talking about?
So this Parent Square will replace our existing one, which you all really know as school status.
School status.
That's correct. Yeah, and we know change management, it's different, but we are assured that our stakeholders, principals, parents will love it. And it's not so it does have an app, but you don't have to download the app. It's going to come via the text messages, and it looks like a newsletter or a letter when it's sent to you as well.
Okay, so parents can still communicate by text. Essentially, they'll have a second option to pick up to actually sign into the app and just use the functionality out of the app.
That's correct. Okay. So they have the same functions as with school status, but a lot more features, like the calendar syncing. And then if they so choose to download the app, they can sync their, calendar, field trip forms can now be submitted through that. So it's just a variety of things that we are inquiring.
Okay, so this isn't sort of a question about the thing. The thing sounds, frankly, better than school status, as a person who currently uses school status. We just need to make clear when we talk about functionality that we're also talking about adoption, right? They have to actually, because there's not going to be a calendar sync through your text or whatever. They're going to have to go take that extra step. So we need to let parents in particular know that, but really everybody, get teachers to pull it all in, all that. I'm assuming that we're pushing that down to all of our staff to say, you got to do it this way. So
that's correct. We have a whole implementation plan for it. And so communication will be the key. We'll start communicating it out July the 15th with our administrators. And then so forth, they'll get a full training of it on the 21st of July.
Okay.
And then prior to that, we're going to go ahead and send out a message via school status, say, hey, we're Parent Square now, So we're going to introduce the parents and everyone slowly, but transition it on in for effective use this upcoming year.
Effective use starting on July 28th?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We got work to do.
But we're excited.
Yes.
We implement a lot, so it's going to go well.
Very good. I love it.
Are we the first in the area that will have a program of this sort?
No, ma'am. We're not the first. I conducted thorough references of this platform, and we do have some surrounding districts that also utilize the platform as well.
I got a note for you. You might a little closer.
Okay. A little closer.
All right. Any further questions, board members? All right. Well, thank you, Dr. Blackshear. We'll take these both up together. The next, we have the request to approve the emergency purchase of data cabling at Bailey APAC Middle School. Mr. Burke, our Chief Operating Officer, will present this information.
Good afternoon, President Seaback, board members, Dr. Green. The administration recommends that the Board of Trustees declare an emergency and approve the emergency purchase and installation of data cabling at Bailey APAC Middle School by McInnes Electric. The initial scope of the Bailey work was excluded from the ESSER-funded renovations at Bailey APAC Middle School because it was not deemed to directly respond to, prepare for, or protect against the spread of COVID-19. However, since the construction began, the existing Wi-Fi has proven to be inconsistent throughout the building. Additionally, new instructional spaces were created on the ground floor, which now require internet access and additional infrastructure. To support the instructional technology and network reliability, immediate installation of new data cabling is essential. Due to the emergency nature of this situation and the pending start of school and the need for immediate resolution, McInnes Electric, an experienced and approved contractor already working on the Bailey project, was selected to perform the work. The effectiveness of the work will be evaluated based on improved Wi-Fi coverage, successful connectivity in all new instructional spaces, and compliance with project specifications. The total cost of the emergency data cabling services will be $239,511.64. This includes the removal of existing data cabling, installation of new Cat5 cabling, patch panels, data drops in classrooms, and ceilings for Wi-Fi, fiber testing, and all necessary patch and paint work.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. Board members, any questions, comments?
Yes. Our primary issues are to do with the network coverage in the lower parts. Is that true, untrue?
Yes, sir. That's partially true. And the new spaces, the new spaces, but it's also some of the, as I got into the construction, they determined that some of the cabling is just not in the best condition.
Okay. So I sometimes think of, and I may be wrong about this, data cabling and Wi-Fi coverage as potentially two separate issues. Are we comfortable with our signal transmission? Do we have data ports set up everywhere we need them to send out the Wi-Fi signals for full coverage of the building through each floor and all that? Because that's a separate issue than running a line, right? So we good on that front?
As I know it right now, we are, but yeah. But again, until we get the cabling done and can test it.
I got you. We got to go step by step.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and with this, we're comfortable that they're going to be done before July 28th?
Yes, sir. That's why we're doing it as an emergency. We're asking for this emergency declaration. We initially had planned this to be a change order to the current contract, right, but the contractor declined. Yes. So this contractor is already, the general contractor declined to make it a change order. But that delay in that decision created this sort of an emergency.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, hearing none, is there a motion to approve items A and B?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. McGuffey has moved, Ms. Hitter seconded. All in favor? Aye. The motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. Mr. Burke, I have one question because we're moving into consent agenda items, finance, and I have one question on one of the items here. Board members, before us we have the consent agenda items, finance. We've all had an opportunity to review the material and ask questions of the administration. I have one question, and it's on item B, the approval to change order 002 for rebid 3234 Package A ESSER renovations, and this is specifically in reference to the Forest Hill boiler. It looks like we're getting a credit back for $21,200. So I just want to make sure I understand it. So effectively, the initial contractor put the boiler in at Forest Hill. It didn't work properly, so we had to rent equipment to make sure the building was climate controlled over the winter months for a certain period of time.
Yes, sir.
And so the accountability mechanism that we're putting in place here is for the contractor that did the faulty work. We are deducting our costs of renting the additional equipment from the final payment to the contractor. Is that accurate?
That is accurate.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, first of all, that's appropriate, and I wanted to just publicly point that out outside of the consent agenda.
Yes,
sir. Any other questions or comments, board members? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
I so move.
Second.
Ms. Hood has moved, Mr. McGuffey has seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Burke.
Thank you.
Next, we have consent agenda items general. All of the materials have been presented to the board, and we have had opportunities to ask questions of the administration. Are there any further questions? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Hood has moved, Mr. McGuffey has seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. Next, we have consent agenda items personnel. All of the board members have received the materials previously and have had a chance to ask questions of the administration. Are there any further questions? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda item personnel?
So moved.
So moved.
Mr. McGuffey moves, Ms. Hitter seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. Board members, there is no executive session. So with that, we'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Hilliard has moved. Mr. McGuffey has seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your lunch.
An opportunity to cross curriculum and connect each and every core benchmarks to give each child an opportunity to grow.
And today we're exploring 2 of our protocols. The first, we are examining student work. And then our second part of the day, we're going to do some collaborative lesson planning.
Making sure that students are answering the question to their best ability. Make sure they're following every step.
It is necessary and most crucial for our own development, because how can we help our students get better at their learning if we are not masters of our craft?
Taking this opportunity to invest in our team members to get better faster is really the whole name of the game.
We have them here all day, and they are putting in the things necessary to be their best selves, and they are taking away strategies and input that's invaluable to what their success could be in the